Ready? Are you recording? Come along with me. Hey guys, come along with me while I clean the cloud machines on a Tuesday. Now, what you'll need is, I quite like to use this. I pull this forward, put this under it, and then stand here and it pours out. Now, you don't want to drain it to the point where this is all freezing up. It's a fine line, and that's a gut thing, that is. But just make sure you're checking in here, and if it starts looking extremely icy, stop what you're doing, because it's too empty. Now, when you're turning it off, I would say that this is pretty well drained. Come along with me here. We're flicking this switch off. This will stop spinning, and then we can move on with the rest. That'll be in part 2. Just because I don't want you guys turning it off by these buttons, because they mean a lot of weird and wonderful, sorry guys, I'm a bit nervous, weird and wonderful things, and I don't want to mess with that. So just flick off, flick on when we're ready to go back on. Okay, tune in for part 2. Okay, guys, part 2. Now, I've put this cloth down, I've put this on a, guys, it's a messy job. It's going to get a little bit messy, but it's okay. I'm going to move these out of the way, and then we're going to pull this down. I like to get this out of my way first. Now this, get up in here. You've got to wriggle it because that's got to come out. It's like kind of a push down sort of thing. There we are. That's okay. This comes up. This spins that way. And then we pull that out. Sorry, actually spins this way. Once again, guys, I'm just a little bit nervous. But see, that comes off. This one actually is on wrong. That's okay. It ideally should be up like this. So what we do is we turn it and pull that out. You see how that's dripping in there? Now these guys, we don't want to lose these, so I'm going to put these right here. This comes off. So we'll take all this over to the sink. You can come with me. And ideally, we've run a bath for it, just soapy water bath. Come back. And then from here, we're pulling this off. And then that comes off. And then this is the big part, quite messy part. These come off. It's okay, it's gonna get a bit messy, guys. That comes off next. And then this, and then come with me. That goes in the sink. And then there's one last part that we're missing. That part. Now all this just gets soapy water cleaned and then dried. Guys, this is my new drying cloth. This is only for drying and polishing. Then we're going to soapy water this, and then I'll be back with part 3. Hey, and welcome back. So, what you missed was I had katsu curry for lunch, and then after that, we cleaned everything and then wiped it with my new polishing cloth. This one, all over there. This one, all over this stuff. And then I cleaned this. It's been off. Now, we will assemble. Now, you also need to make sure you're getting in every single crevice of this thing. With one of these things, everything, under here, all in here, in these crevices, you know? I think I missed a spot there. It's just not ideal, you know, to have it filthy. Now, just get in there. Okay. Now, what you need to do, some of this stuff on this part, all over there. And then we're gonna go in with, it's actually light up with people, so we're just, after you, there's gonna be a part 4. Hey guys, so what we're gonna do is after we've looped this, we're gonna pop that on now. See, if you just look up here, it needs to like fit on properly, and it actually was perfect the first time, but it's actually just because you guys are looking. So what that's gonna do is just This is a process in which you take a lot of deep breaths. Next is what we're going to do. We're going to put this on. Not too tight, guys. Otherwise, it's really hard to get off when it comes to washing them. So if you're strong, please don't do that. This then goes on and it'll like join up here, you see? And then next we're gonna go this guy. Now we take this out to wash it and it does seem like it's too big, but it's actually not. So what you do is you thread it on here first and then the big extra part you just tuck in here. And then that's gonna go in next. Now it needs to go in like this because it's gonna hook in the back there. And then down. And then these are gonna come up. Bam. And then another one. Bam. So actually what we should have done, cut it. So what you'll do, and now it's okay if you make mistakes, is you slot that in there. You see how that slots in? They all slot into each other. Now, you know, there'll be signs in which they're not. Next, we're gonna put this on. Now, it's too much of this sometimes. So now with this, we clean this. Sometimes there's a bit extra. So you thread it in this way, and then the extra, you just tuck in here. You see how that's kind of, but then once we push it down, it'll just all flatten out. So we have to thread, sorry guys, it's actually the wrong way. So thread it on like that, you see? And then you're gonna clip these. And then next we're gonna put this guy in. So that we have to match up with the space in there. So push. Now this is a bit fiddly, and then once it's like, oh sorry guys. Once it's flat, you need to turn it so it locks in. Now this needs to go like that. So this needs to be flat, not up, flat. And you'll feel it. Now this is all really tight. Last bit, well not, I lied, it's not the last bit. This you need to put on, and you've really got to what we're going to do is just wiggle it around really. I'll come back to it. Now, get down there with me. That's going to go in, and then push up. Yeah. And then, thank you. Thanks, Annie. Then this is going to slide on. Yeah. And then there's that one. And then it's okay to make mistakes, guys, and I want to emphasize that. And then you push, and this needs to be flat against here. Sorry about that one, Annie.
You're right.
So you see there? Last thing we do is pour our mixture back in. So what you're going to do is right as you're ready to pour this back in, this is a mixture, by the way, we put it in the fridge. It's too expensive to waste. I don't want anyone dumping it. Pop it in a big jug, pop it in the fridge, and then flick it on. You remember this button? So turn that on, and then all this will go back to how it was, and then it'll spin. That's a really good sign. It all looks nice and sealed. So we're ready to pour this back in. Now if you leave it spinning on its own like this, the whole thing will freeze. It's not good. There we are. Throw it back in, really nice and clean. We all know how to put the top on. What we're going to do now is just top it up so it doesn't over freeze. So don't leave it low like that. Just top it up, guys. Thanks for watching. Get ready.